A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Do not forget to subscribe. I'm laughing because I'm drained. I've been messing around with these products for days now and I'm done with this test. I'm glad it's finished. It's been fun, but I don't like the filming part of it. I like the testing part of it more. Okay, in this video I'm going to go through these products and forget a little bit about the scoring and the testing, although I've learned some things in this testing which influence myself, and I'm going to tell you what products here I think personally are the best kind of detail sprays and why. Now you can see the points, and these are our winners, and it goes down in this order, and it's all relatively close, this, and it's a bit all over the place. The first thing I want you to understand is if you're into performance, really, if you're into performance, like beading and durability and weather resistance and all that, then these four products are the ones to consider, okay? These ones are, that's somewhere in the middle, that one, and that might be a little bit around there, and that might be there, and then these two there, something like that. And some people are really like that, you know, they're like that. I want the ones that give me some protection, you know. And that would be roughly the order, something like that. You could swap those two round or whatever. Doesn't matter. Now, the next thing is other people want quick detailers to just like not be durable protection, but to be really user friendly and really nice to apply and really slick to kind of buff out and work with. Well, funny enough, these four products here all have a slick buff, which is quite important to me. Okay, the SONAX BSD is bad on that front. The rest of them are all okay. But as quick detailers, perhaps the ones that are just, that's a little bit more concentrated and active, and that bridges the gap to a spray sealant. But I think these three, and even the Demon Shine, are products that you can just hurl around. You really can. That a little bit as well, which is the opposite of the durability ones, isn't it? These you can just, they're very forgiving and they're very slick and they work. That slickens up later on. So if you're really after just nice gloss enhancing detail sprays, I would probably look at one of these three, and I would probably go with one of these two, because these both offer just a tad more boost to hydrophobicity and beading than either of these two. These two don't have any kind of meaningful durability, in my opinion, from the testing I've seen. Funny enough, these two are like dirt cheap. It's really interesting, actually, the way all these price and performance kind of correlate. These are the two kind of expensive ones, and that is too expensive without a discount, but it's often discounted. Okay, so I'm just also going to rule products out and tell you why. The Demon Shine for me doesn't have enough weatherproofing, and I find it just a bit kind of non-premium. It's the nicest way to say it. And the pink staining you get on your microfiber cloth, I'm not too keen on. But I kind of admire the fact that there's a cheap option there that actually delivers on its product's claim. And they could add slickness once cured as a product claim that they don't claim, because it does do that. Okay, but it's not for me. I just want a bit more zizzle and a bit more protection boost while being as easy to use as the Demon Shine. What I like about the CarPro release is it's really slick to lay out. It's pretty forgiving and it's really cheap. I just a bit confused by it. Should I use this or Elixir or CarPro Reload for a real big more boost? And it's a little bit of a specialised product for me, and I'm not sure CarPro even needed to release this. No pun intended. That was good. I just don't quite see if they needed it, but they know their line better than me. But it just confuses and muddies the water in their product line, but it is incredibly affordable. I like both of these. I think both of these products are really good all-round detailer sprays that add protection without, they're not prolific enough that you'd ever call them spray waxes or spray sealants in their own right. They add good detail level protection that's just about passable as standalone protection, last a few washes. And they're both exactly the same price, and they're both affordable, and they're both previous podium or winners. That's one a few years ago. I remember it being a bit more durable than I tested it this time around. And that I remember 10 years ago when I didn't have all this testing equipment, I didn't know my arse from my elbow. I just thought this was a really good detail spray, and it was really cheap back then. I think it was like $7.99. It's gone up a couple of quid, but still cheap. These two I couldn't rule out yet, so they're both contenders. This one I'm going to rule out, okay? It doesn't have that ultimate slickness that it claims. It's too expensive without that discount. At $19.99, I think it was the most expensive. And it doesn't have the durability. It doesn't have amazing hydrophobicity. It doesn't claim it, I don't think, either. It is a well-presented product. It delivers on most of its product claims. It's a versatile product. I've used it. This bottle is probably down there somewhere. I've been using it and not really having any problems, but I would rule it out on price and lack of being too much of a steady Eddie in too many tests and not finding any tests where ace it. There's no ace card that product. There's no reason for me to go for it. That's my opinion. This is all kind of my opinion, this little section. Now these two, I'm going to rule them out. I don't like the sticky buff or the grippy buff with SONAX. You know, it's noticeably kind of grippy. Everyone knows it. It's been around for donkey's years. It's an impressive thing. It's such a good winter detail spray on top of Fuso. I was saying your car is going to be hurling off water, and that is so impressive. And that's why loads of people love it. But for me, I'm looking for something that's easier to buff. This, you could argue, John, you shouldn't put the Flex Wax in. You should have used Turtle Wax Mist or any one of the number of detail sprays they've got. Well, I had it. I bought this because it was on offer and it was incredibly cheap. You can get two for 17 quid, which was just too good a price to not get them. So I bought 2 bottles. But yeah, it is a spray wax. You could argue it's less of a detail, a versatile product. It bridges the gap into spray sealant. It's almost a spray sealant. It's very, very durable in comparison to the products in this test, even outlasting the SONAX BSD, which is really impressive. But yeah, not for me, because you've got to give it that damp buff, which slows me down. And these tools are about speeding me up and getting me finished, getting the car finished. Both these products here, these two are high quality ceramic detail sprays. They're high quality. Now there's two very similar hydrophobicity, very similar durability, both well presented, both well described. This is about £2 more. This is slicker. Okay, and this gives you things like anti-dust repellency and some other kind of benefits and a better description about using it on top of coatings and all this other stuff. It's a slightly more desirable product to me than this one. This one isn't slick either, but this product does bead really well. However, both of these ceramic sprays, detail sprays, they're probably too good. If you had these and you use these, you wouldn't need to wax your car or put down protection. These, I think, would last 6 to 8 weeks easily. They say 3 washes on this. These have got good durability and good weathering resistance, but they're not really detail as such, but high quality, high class. But I'm going to rule them both out because they'll cost you an arm and a leg to use. And I think, in my opinion, if I was just looking for a detail spray, to do detail spray duties, and like I just noticed some dust on my wing, sprayed it out, or I wanted a drying aid or something like that, I think these 2 products would be great. And they're really well priced as well. You know, £10 for 500 ml is good. They have bulk offerings that you can buy here in the UK. I'd probably edge it towards the Angelwax because they're both very good. They're both slick on buff. The protective differences aren't massive, and I think Angelwax is a slightly more desirable brand for me. I don't know. Wouldn't matter though. It's so close, all of this. It really is so close. It's just, all of these are fit for purpose. There's slightly different design briefs with all of them, if you like, and they're all trying to do slightly different things, and it's very personal what you pick, so you get the gist of it. That would probably, perhaps the Angelwax would be my pick. I can't see myself buy. Which ones would I go and buy? I can't see myself buying either of these two because they're dirt cheap. I could see myself buying some of this maybe for the winter if I wasn't so into my cars and like perfecting them and having the show car finish. So I wouldn't really ever go near my car, this black car with BSD, because I'm all about the kind of show finish, and getting that crisp finish, and I'm bit skeptical of anything buffing on my paint that's a little bit harder to work with. Same with the turtle wax. On other colour cars or cars that are less mint, these are the options to go for protection. I'm just less likely to buy these because I'm at that stage in my life where I don't want to pay the sort of prices for those. Perhaps, you know, perhaps I sort of see quick detail as a different tool. That does stack so nicely with bead coat, by the way, though. Yeah, I bet both those are high quality though. I can understand anyone in the comments that tells me they like these products. They are good. I like them as well. Yeah, I think I would probably buy the Angelwax out of all of them. TAC, very good, but they need... As a brand, it's so less desirable. It's not as fashionable as Angelwax. When the products are really close, regardless of what people say, you would go for the brand that you probably like the most, wouldn't you? I think you would. That's all very important. Yeah. So there you go. That's my personal opinion on all of this. Those two will be going through to the next round. There will be one wild card. There will be one wild card, and that wild card could even be 2 of the 39 pointers. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh no, there's only one 39 pointer, and that was the CarPro release. No, that won't. Very unlikely CarPro release will be going through as a wild card for me. I'm going to give myself one wild card entry. And I was talking about that in another video, but I don't think, if I had a wild card out of any of these, ironically, the wild card, it would be one of these three, would be my wild card, I think. Part of me thinks that should be a good wild card. That's a good product, that is. Okay, let me know what you think about all this discussion. I'm absolutely brain fried. And I'll see you soon. We'll be moving. I'm going to take a break for at least a week, and then I want to crack on and move on to the next test, which will be this field here, most probably. I've got to put all this stuff away because I've got some detailing to do this week, and I've got some other things. So this week's going to be a busy week, actually, hell of a busy week. And I don't like detailing in my garage while I'm in the middle of a test, so I'll clear it all up and get it ready. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Take care, guys. And that was just a relatively short video to discuss it. But it really, when I collated the results and those two come in first, I was like, WTF. These aren't my personal favourites. But then, and it really bugged me. But then I thought, if they're not your personal favourites and you start changing the weighting so that your personal favourites, kind of the weighting favours them or the point system favours them, then it's almost pointless doing the testing, isn't it? So you have to crunch these. You have to crunch them through this machine, this algorithm, this sausage making machine that we crunch them in, we do the tests and the numbers come out the other end, and you take that for what it is and you decipher that. And you have to watch all of the videos and listen to me talk about the products, and don't always just pick the ones with the most points. Pick the ones that you think, oh yeah, that resonates with me. And that's what we do on this channel. And hopefully that comes across. Yeah, but unfortunately, you do have to do a bit of crunching. And on paper, these are cheap with lots of performance, protective performance in abundance. That's slick as well. Gloss data is not good on that though. Yeah, so there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, and yeah, and all that sort of stuff. Over and out. Brain fried, Doug.